Welcome back everyone to another episode of the Mowing series. So we're over here trying to get the motel mowed. So I started working last night because the night shift guy called in sick. So Ray asked me if I would do it and I said yes. I started mowing for roughly 20 minutes. Then I got a call from Ray that room 1 to 4 needed to be cleaned for the next day. So by the time I got that done, guys, it was midnight. It was too dark to use the mower and there's guests here, so I couldn't really use it if I wanted to. So I had to wait till the following day, which is right now, but I finally got it done. So we're gonna put the mower on the trailer, get everything strapped down, go over to speak to Ray, grab our money, and get on with the day. So I made $2,200 last night. I made $2,000 for mowing the property and $200 as my wage. So it wasn't a bad night. We made a lot of money, and that happens twice a month, so it really helps me out. But right now I am pretty tired, guys. We worked yesterday, last night, and we're going to work right now without taking a nap. It's gonna be a long day, a lot of coffees, but we do have a lot of jobs to do. I did get a call last night to go over to a property. We need to dig out for a pool. Now I could use the skid steer to dig out this pool, but I decided to go rent a mini excavator just because I don't know what type of ground we're gonna run into. There could be a lot of big rocks, and the thing is, our skid steer don't have any teeth on the bucket, so it's gonna be really hard to dig. It's gonna take a lot longer, and I really don't have time to waste over there. I need to get out and start mowing some lawns, so we're gonna take the skid steer off, put it over by the shed, put the ramps up, and take the Suburban over to pick up this mini. I got it rented for a couple hours. That should be more than enough time to get it done. I'm hoping by lunchtime we got it done. That way we can get out, at least mow 5 to 6 properties. I went on Marketplace last night and I found something that's going to be perfect for the business. The only thing is, it's probably going to cost me $4,000 unless I can get it for a better price. My plan is to see if I can get that money. That way I don't need to dig into my savings. So we got one job that's going to pay a couple $1,000s, which is going to help out a lot. We do have to rent the machine for it, but that's not going to be too much. Anyway, we're finally over to the rental place. I'm going to get out, go inside, speak to Jim. Let's get these ramps taken down. That way it's a lot faster once we get the key and all the paperwork done. And there goes $500. I ended up renting it for 5 hours just to be on the safe side. I'm going to go in the back, grab it, bring it up front, put it on the trailer. So we ended up renting the same machine we rented a couple weeks ago, the 75P. I thought it would be the perfect size machine for what we gotta do. The pool we're digging out isn't that big. It's roughly 18 feet long, 14 feet wide, and I think it's from 4 feet down to 8 feet on the deep end. So it's not a lot of digging. I could possibly get it done in 3 hours, but just to be on the safe side, I ended up renting the machine for 5. Alright, so I get the machine put on the trailer. Let me get the door shut. We got it strapped down. Now, it don't fit the best because we got this shelf on the trailer, but I mean, we're not going too far for this job, so it should be okay. If you guys are enjoying the mowing series and would like to see more videos like this in the future, smash like button, subscribe, and consider turning on notifications. That way you're notified every time I post a video. So after driving for about 15 minutes, we're finally to the job we're going to be doing. So I'm going to get out, show you guys exactly what we got to do. I got to mark out for the pool, so let's get that done. The only thing I got to do is dig out for the pool. They actually got somebody coming by in a week or two to build the pool, do every other thing that needs to be done. So our job is pretty simple here, and it's not going to take that long. Alright, so let's get the mini off the trailer, get it brought back over to behind this house here, and just get started. I got my corners marked out, so it's not going to take that long to do. This pool is pretty basic. There's no weird shape to it, so it's going to be quick. Over here is going to be at the deep end, so we got to go down 8 feet. I'm hoping we don't run into any rocks that's going to slow me down. We're going to pile the dirt over here. I don't need to move it from the property. When they're done with the pool, they're going to slope it out, make it look a lot better, but for right now, we're just going to pile over here. So I've been digging for roughly 10 minutes now, and it was pretty easy at the beginning, but over here, it is pretty hard. It's taking me a little bit extra with the machine to get it out, but it's not going to slow me down. I'm going to get this pool done. That way we can move on and start mowing more properties. Alright, so I'm just going to grab one more bucket, put put it over here, and then we got this job done. It took me roughly 3 hours to do, but the pool looks pretty good. I ended up digging it a little bit wider, that way they got room for their forms. But anyway, I'm gonna go over, collect my money so I can bring back the mini. And just like that, I made $5,000 doing this job, so we got more than enough money to buy this thing I need to buy. Let's get the mini put back on the trailer, brought back over to the rental place, and that way I can go back to the shop, grab my mowing setup, and get on with my day. Hopefully I can get more jobs like this in the future, because I did that in 3 hours and made $5,000. It cost me $500 for the rental, which isn't too bad for what we made. If I had to do that with just mowing alone, that would take probably 2 weeks to do, and that's if we get every door we knock on, which we don't. So it definitely would be nice to get more jobs like that. It's just, as of right now, we barely get them. So that's why I decided to start bidding on more jobs with the city, and I did a couple last night. They're not the biggest jobs, they're not going to be paying that much, but they're simple. They're jobs I know I can do and do them on time. Alright guys, so it's been roughly an hour. I just dropped off the mini excavator. I'm heading back to the shop to drop off this setup, grab my mowing setup, and go around knocking on doors. Hoping I can get 5 to 6 contracts today before it gets dark. It's going to be tough because as of right now, I knock on 4 doors, I might get 1 contract, so I'm going to be knocking on a lot. I need to do it, that way we can keep this business going. So before I head out, I'm going to put these ramps down, put my skid steer back on the trailer, get that ready, just in case we do get a job, we need the skid steer. Everything will be ready, I won't need to mess around, so that's why I'm doing it right now, where I got time. Alright, so I got to put on the trailer, I'm going to put the ramps back up, make sure everything is strapped down. Then once I get this done, we're going to go over to our brand new to us trailer and set that up right. So as you guys can tell, we do have 2 ramps on it. We only got 1 mower on it right now, so my plan is to put this ramp down, go over to the shed, grab my push mower, weed whacker, and just try to outfit this trailer as best as possible for mowing. Let me just put the key in, get this door open, and that way we can get the garage door open. So we're going to put the weed whacker on first. Now in the future, I might do it so I can put both skag mowers on, just so we get everything possible. If we do get a big commercial property and I got somebody hired on, he can help me out. I do have this rack on the trailer that maybe I could put the weed whacker in later on, but for right now, we're going to lay it on the deck, go over, grab the push mower, get that put on. When we start making good money, I am going to outfit this trailer with rakes, everything needed to make sure we can do proper landscaping jobs. I don't really have the money to go to Home Depot and just drop $4,000 on everything needed to do those jobs, so it's going to be pretty bare. Just the basic stuff we need to do, lawns. Anyway, everything is put on. Let me get the door locked up. We're going to hop back in this truck, head over to one of the streets we've been to before. I noticed there was a few properties over there. The grass is getting super long again. I'm gonna go over there, knock on their doors, and hopefully I can get those contracts. Alright guys, so I'm over on this street, and as you guys can tell, there is 2 properties right here. The lawns are pretty long. I'm gonna go over, knock on this door, and pray I get this one. Yes, so I ended up getting this one here. First door we knocked on is the first contract we got. So I'm going to take the skag off the trailer, get this done. We're going to start over here on this side by the fence because that's going to take a little bit more time. It is tricky, make sure we can get everything. If I can't get too close with this mower, I do have everything else on the trailer now to make everything a lot easier. I would just grab probably the weed whacker or the push mower, make sure we get everything done. Alright, so it's been roughly 10 minutes. I got over by the fence on the back. Now we got this side done, so the property line is mapped out. It's going to be a lot faster now, so let's get to it. Well, it's been roughly 30 minutes. We finally got this line done. It looks pretty good. I did grab the weed whacker to do around the bridge and everything, so it looks a lot cleaner. I'm going to park them over here, go over to the door, collect my money before we head next door, and knock on that door. Well, I just made $240 mowing this property. It took me 30 minutes to do, but before I hop on the mower, let's see if we can get this one too. Yes, so guys, I ended up getting this one too, which is really strange. We're 2 for 2 right now. That don't really happen to me, especially in this town. pretty happy about that because that means I can get more done today, less travel to do. So we're going to match into the property line we just did, which is not going to be too hard because where we just did it, we know where the property line is. So it makes it a lot easier. Then we're going to go around back, get that done by the river, go over to one of these big trees right here. I think that's what the homeowner said. The property line goes to this tree right here. I got everything mapped out now. I'm going to go around, get everything cut. It shouldn't take too long. This property is roughly the same size as the one we just did, and that took me 30 minutes to do, and I had to find the property lines out myself. So this one here, I'm hoping to get done in 25 minutes. If things keep going the way they're going and I can get 5 to 6 contracts without having to go too far, I might stop mowing a little bit early today just so I can get some rest. We haven't slept in almost 2 days. We've been working really hard, and I do want to stop somewhere and pick something up. You know how I mentioned I need to buy something earlier? Well, there is a snowplow on Marketplace for a skid steer. It's homemade. It's not really the best one, but if I can get it for less than what they got it listed for, I'm gonna buy it. I know it's pretty early to get it, but the more stuff I got ready for winter, the better. Anyways, I finally got this mowed, so I'm gonna go over, collect my money, and knock on the next door. And just like that, I made $240. It took me 25 minutes to do this property. So before we jump on the mower again, let's go next door and see if we can get that one. Ah, dang it. It seems like my luck ran out. We didn't get this one right here, but lucky for me, there is still a lot of properties on this road we can try out. So let's hop on the mower. There's one across the street. I'm going to try that one first. Then there is one right across. I'm hoping I can get these 2 properties. That way I can stop mowing for today and go buy that snowplow, go back to the motel, and get some rest. I am beat. Well, here goes nothing. Let's hop off the mower, go over, knock on this door. You guys already know the drill. Yes, so we ended up getting this one here. I don't know what's happening today because we knocked on, what, 4 doors? We got 3 contracts so far, and that's unheard of in this town for me. I'm having some luck. Maybe I should go buy a lottery ticket because that is crazy. It never happens for me like this here. So if it keeps going the way it's going, I should be done within an hour and a half. So I just looked at it, guys. This is probably one of the most profitable days I had since I moved here. We made $2,200 last night. We made $5,000 this morning over at that job for the pool. We mowed a couple properties, which we're probably going to get close to, I'm going to say, probably $1,000 or more. So guys, we made a lot today. We made almost what, $9,000. If we can keep that up, we should have no problem getting close to $60,000 before the mowing slows down for the season. And that way we get enough money to help us out during the winter if we don't get the contracts right away. But I know we got one for sure over at the church that we got to plow. It's just, I need something a little bit bigger than the skid steer plow. So the more money, the better. But anyway, we finally get this property done, so I'm going to park the mower here, go over, get that money. I just made $240 mowing this property. It took me 35 minutes to do. I did plan on mowing more today, but I'm too exhausted. There's not enough coffee in the world to keep me awake right now. So before I completely crash out, fall asleep, and probably won't wake up till tomorrow, I'm going to put the mower back on the trailer, head over to the mowing shop, switch out to my other setup. That way we get the skid steer, head over to this property. I already messaged this guy. We're going to go over, pick up that snowplow if I can get it for a good price. I'm just double checking the ad he had put up. So it is a homemade plow, is roughly 10 years old. He wants $4,000 for it, which I think is a lot considering I seen the pictures. It's definitely been used a lot and used pretty rough because it's not in the best of shape. But for my options right now, there's not a lot of snow plows for sale, especially for a skid steer. So I think I'm gonna have to do it, and if a better one comes up later on, we can use this one as a backup. That's if I can get it for a good price. If I can get it for $3,000, I'm gonna buy it. Anyways, I'm finally over here and it definitely looks worse than in the pictures, but like I said, I don't have any other options, so I'm gonna knock on the door. Was this the best idea? Probably not. So I just paid $3,000 for this plow. We went back and forth on the price, but we settled on $3,000. I couldn't get it any lower. I tried to get it for $2,500, but he wouldn't budge past $3,000. So it looks like we're the proud new owner of a severely used plow, but but that's okay. I'm just gonna put the bucket on the shelf. That's one good thing about this trailer. We can carry multiple attachments. So we're gonna lay that up there, back off the trailer, go over, grab the plow. I think it should be good without any problems. He said he had a Kubota skid steer, so it should just fit. But the mounts are also universal, which is good for me if I ever buy another skid steer. So let's get this hooked up, put it on the trailer, head back over to the shop, drop everything off, and go back to the motel and get some rest. Alright, so I got everything put on, strapped down, but this is going to be it for this video. And if you guys are enjoying the mowing series and would like to see more content like this, smash the like button, subscribe, and consider turning on notifications. That way you're notified every time I post a video. And until the next one, I'll see you guys later.